Oh, that's all right.
I'm live.
Yeah.
It's just me.
How we doing, folks? It's Walt with One Fall WrestleCast. This week, obviously, AEW Full Gear. We're going to talk about that. Got a little bit going on between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair yet again. Ought to be a pretty interesting day. We'll see where conversation leads us. So let's check it out.
Welcome to the One Fall WrestleCast.
Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
What's up, fellas?
I still don't have my Danhausen shirt.
Really?
Yeah.
He ripped you off, I bet you.
It'll be here
you
tomorrow,
think?
allegedly.
I'm sure it would have been there today.
I'd be pissed if it's not.
I'm a bit pissed that I don't have my Danhausen shirt for today. It's been like 2 weeks, so pro wrestling teeth. It's just look, they could have walked it to me by now. It's just in Chicago. It's not like it's shipping out of like Los Angeles or anything. But,
Tom sounds like he's a little bumhousened.
I'm a little bumhousened. That's all right. I have a new best friend this week. It's Hangman Adam Page because he ended the worst title reign in AEW history. So shout out to Hang. Look, how many title reigns have there been in AEW history?
I mean, yeah, I guess I can't.
Kenny's is the worst.
But yeah,
it's not like there's a lot of them.
So, yeah,
it's just in AEW history. It's not like it's not like Jinder Mahal's title reign in like WWF or WWE or something like that. Wasn't that bad, but it was.
Listen, I didn't mind Jinder's title reign.
You're the only one.
We had the Punjabi Prison of Death match.
But that was the great Khali did Punjabi prison matches.
Listen, what? Why you gotta go heavy on Kenny right off the rip, man? Like we're not even there yet. Like.
Go bigger.
We're there now.
Hard or go home. No, we're
Hi,
actually
Tom.
not there.
How are you doing this week, bud? Oh, I'm doing well, Walt. Thanks for asking. I'm just fine.
What's with we've been talking for 10 minutes before this shit even started. Why do you want to talk to me?
Goodness gracious.
Get down to business. Look, we're a little bit late tonight getting started. Derek's bedtime is very early, so
okay. Well, it's not my fault that Derek wants to go and be fucking Eddie Strongman over here.
I want to live longer so that I can do the podcast longer. How is this a bad thing?
I don't want to live longer.
I've got a dog. Look, I've got a dog on the screen. We have a special guest, my old man, Timmy. He's the oldest of the crew.
Timmy the dog.
Oh, Tim.
Shout out to Timmy the dog.
Hey,
sir, he appreciates it.
So, speaking of the worst things that could ever happen in AEW, hey, Tom, your boy was in the news this week.
Yes, he was. A little bit. Not so much. He was on a podcast this week.
Yeah, it was a slow news week, I guess.
He was on a podcast.
Apparently, Joey Janela said, "Oh, I need to step it up because my AEW contract's coming up." Bye, bud. Like, nobody's going to re-sign. Tony Khan can't possibly re-sign him, right?
Adios, Chooch. I mean, look at all the talent that exists and look at Joey Janela. So, I mean, look, they signed him when the company started because it was like, he's a name. He's never been on TV before. People buy his T-shirts because he's this indie darling who loves wrestling in middle school cafeterias. And, he can, the guy can fill a middle school cafeteria. I tell you what. You want to talk about a guy who can fill out the cafeteria in Weir Middle School from window to window and maybe have some people sitting on the steps, maybe. I mean, Joey Janela is your guy. I mean, as long as the ring's like not too big, like not too small, like he needs them bigger rings and then he can fill it up. But, man, there's no way. There's no way. If I'm AEW, I'm like, okay, whose contracts are coming up? Which of these chooch jabronis did the friggin' Young Bucks tell me to sign? Who's coming up? Joey Janela out. When was the last time we saw him on Dynamite? Was it when he when he almost killed Kenny Omega, but then had to sell when Kenny Omega hit him with the tinfoil baking dish.
Are you ever gonna let that go?
Never. He sold it like he got shot in the face, but it was a tinfoil baking dish.
Hey man, at least he sold. Kayfabe can't be dead. Remember?
He was dead. Well, it killed him. The tinfoil, the aluminum foil dish. The aluminum foil dish killed Joey Janela. And he actually almost legitimately killed Kenny Omega like 4 days into his title run. Which maybe he should have. If he would have, maybe it would have been a better title run. But I digress. No, I think that everybody we're harping on WWE for releasing talent, but with for good reason. I mean, it's BS. But at the same time, AEW had lots of what I would call dead weight.
Yes.
And I think they needed these guys at the start, but they don't need them. And there's no. Is Joey Janela
Dark's not gonna miss anything by having no more Joey Janela matches. I mean,
right,
they had you guys was they did have to hire people at the beginning. You got to get some talent out there, get some names out there, see what sticks and what people are into. See who's an asshole in the locker room who can pick up on this TV thing a little quicker than the others. From obviously we've not done it ourselves, but it seems that there's definitely a learning curve from going to independent to knowing where the camera stops are, where the cameras are themselves, the commercial breaks, all that good stuff. So yeah.
You mean getting people in a middle school cafeteria is not the same?
Because you can sell a tinfoil pan, man. That doesn't get you over on TV.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
But you know what, man? In all seriousness, this man does not belong in this roster at this point. No. It's like, I definitely agree with both of you that at the beginning, you're trying to get some names out there, at least some recognizable names, right? Like everybody knew who Joey Janela was from Enzo whooping his ass at the Pawpaw Fairgrounds.
That's his biggest claim to fame. Enzo beat him up. Enzo beat him up in public. And Enzo ain't signed AEW.
Yeah, right.
Biggest claim to fame. Enzo beat me up this one time. My car broke down and a homeless guy helped me.
Yeah, that's Joey Janela's two biggest claim to fame. The cigarette smoking angel, I think is what he called that guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Joey Janela definitely needs to go bye-bye, right? Like good riddance.
Well, I mean, it's Sonny Kiss going to go too with him. Not that I have anything against Sonny Kiss. Like it's not a good, like the gimmick's not good.
There's no room left on this roster right now.
No, not for people like this. They need to make some room because they're probably going to have some super duper big time stars coming in. I would imagine pretty soon. They just signed Jay Lethal.
I was about to say we did get an addition on the most recent pay-per-view.
Listen to this motherfucker. Cool. Like he's on the team. Like he's a part of the squad.
Now,
like
I'm like,
I'm
totally team AEW at this point.
And we did this and we did that, bro. They did that. You didn't do shit. Except
I was there
and go. That's what you did, bro. Okay, so
point being,
shit. Okay.
Point being, if it's like, oh man, do I want to sign Jay Lethal or do I want to sign Joey Janela? Is Jay Lethal not the more obvious choice there?
Woo!
It's like, okay, see you later, Joey Janela. We got this Jay Lethal guy now, and he's better at you. He's better than you in every way possible. Period.
That's the truth.
Nah, that's 100% the truth. I mean.
Well, I mean, Jay Lethal's actually good at things, whereas Joey Janela. Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, so I guess this week, right, Charlotte and Becky have kind of intermingled a little bit about their backstage incident on some different media outlets. And
not together though, right? Separately.
No, not together. Separately.
Okay. I saw what Becky said. I didn't see what Charlotte
said. Becky had said that, like we used to be best friends, but now like we don't even speak. And Charlotte's just like, well, it's kind of whatever, right? The 4 horsewomen will always be a thing. But we just may not get along all the time, which I thought was actually pretty smart way to look at it, right? You got 4 quintessential best right now. You
yeah.
know, in WWE Women's Division, and then you got Charlotte and Becky, who I think it was Charlotte had brought it up that they haven't been in the ring together in like 3 or 4 years, right, since WrestleMania. So
At least
with,
2. It's been at least 2
with Rousey, yeah. So like it's
Yeah,
going to
it's
be an
at least 2.
interesting thing, to see them, and Becky comes back and says, well, like, I don't trust her because, we have this animosity between each other and, we both want to be the best. And, she's hard to work with and I don't trust her. And that, being able to trust your opponent is all about what professional wrestling is all about. It's all about creating that art. And, Charlotte's just like, listen, like, I'm here and I'm over because I am who I am. She said, if I was a man, I'd have the biggest balls in the arena and I would go in there and I would do what I wanted to do. Yeah. I would go in there and stand up for what I believe in each and every day, just like I do now. So, I mean, this is kind of heating up a little bit. Becky also had said that the brand supremacy storyline is really old and tired at this point, and it sounds like there's no want to from Becky to actually have this match. She said, I'm not gonna go out here. I'm not gonna sell this match between me and Charlotte. Liv Morgan's my number 1 contender, and that's who I'm going to be talking about. So the heat is real here.
So I agree with you that it's real. Truthfully, just from the way you sold it, I feel like Becky comes off worse than Charlotte actually. And hear me out. And I think here's why. I think it comes down to really what's good for the business and what works within the business, right? What Charlotte's doing is simply the same thing that Stone Cold Steve Austin would do during the Attitude Era. And we all know how that worked out. The same thing The Rock would do during the Attitude Era. The same thing Triple H would do, which is call her shots. And she comes out and, says, yeah, I have to do this. This is my job, but this is what I want. This is who I am. I'm going to fight for everything that I want. If it brands me as difficult backstage, whatever. We're not all friends here. We're trying to make good, like, we're trying to do right by us. There's a really famous interview that Stone Cold Steve Austin did with the Big Show, right? Where Big Show was brand new in WWF at the time. And he's, at first Vince says, oh, Big Show's going to go over Steve Austin. And Steve goes, Vince, I got to talk to you because that ain't happening. And they talk, and Vince and this is from Big Show's perspective that he tells the story. Vince and Stone Cold talk for a little while, and then Vince goes over to Show and says, Steve's got a point, but this, that, and the other. We'll give you guys some time. You guys have some time. Put it together, right? So they go out there, and at this point, nobody kicked out of the stunner. So Stone Cold gives the Big Show the stunner. After it won, Stone Cold goes, kick out, you big son of a bitch. And at 2, he kicks out of the stunner. Nobody kicked out of the stunner at this point in time. Nobody, not a single human being. Nobody kicked out. And, he gets up. Big Show's got him in the corner. He's like kind of giving him shitty punches. Austin's like, hit me, you big bastard. Big slap for the Big Show, right? Echoes through the arena. One of those things, that big Show slap, right? Anyway, eventually Stone Cold gets another stunner in. Boom, stunner. Stone Cold, kick out, you son of a bitch. Kicks out again. Took 3 stunners to take the Big Show down that time. That put the Big Show over without putting Austin under. And had it been Vince McMahon's way, it would have just been the Big Show would have beat him in 10 minutes and it would be like, oh my God, they beat Austin. Oh my God. But that's not what happened. And, Stone Cold is still the golden boy. Still the greatest, between him and The Rock, the greatest of the Attitude Era.
For sure.
And, so I feel like Charlotte's really just taking a page out of that book, right? Calling her shots with like, look, what you've put together doesn't make sense. Wrestling should make sense. For the most part, WWE doesn't make sense, but I want it to make sense when I'm out there because you're all idiots. And we can agree with that, right? Like,
absolutely.
They're really stupid. Like the creative is really, really stupid. It's really, really bad. Charlotte seems to have some sense of it. However, talent doesn't seem to have the same pull that they had 20 years ago during the Attitude.
No, then that's 100% clear. I mean,
So my argument for that is that, like, oh my God, we're painting Charlotte as the bad guy right now. However, Charlotte's doing what has been the right thing for 100 years in wrestling, and only now under this, like, creative bullshit backstage WWE thing is it deemed as like being difficult. So man, so I respect Becky. I really like Becky a lot. I think Becky does good things too, and I think she pulls that stuff too. But I don't think she fights anybody backstage about it. I just think she gets like when Nia broke her nose and she stood there spitting blood.
Actually, Becky said this week that she thought that when Nia broke her face, that was the end of her run. She thought she was done and over with when that happened. Little did she know that it was going to make her the star that she is today.
I mean, she sold it like that. Shouldn't have been that way, but that, oh my God, like she bled like a stuck pig.
Listen, if I could get a giant poster of her standing at the top of the ramp with just like
blood just coming out of her nose, like in her mouth,
it would hang here for sure. Like, that's a badass moment.
How great of a moment is that? That's to me, that's like the best moment in women's wrestling ever. That to me ranks up there. Stone Cold screaming in pain, blood drenched running down his face in the sharpshooter. Like that's those shots, right? Those are iconic. That's something you'll never forget. And yeah, so no, I think good on Charlotte. I think more than anything now, this is a worked shoot because I think they really do like each other, but I think they're both looking out for their own best interests at the moment.
I mean, you would have to. They're both like top stars.
I'd say that's exactly where we're going. I mean, I'd not even look at it from is she in the right or in the wrong type of situation, but are they making money? Are they making noise on the radio waves and in advertising and on the message boards to get eyes on the product right now? And of course, so you've got to go with the work shoot at this point and keep shooting on each other for the time being.
Well, truth be told, this is probably the biggest news to come out of WWE this week, right? Like,
well, I mean, Sasha shot on Ronda Rousey this week too.
She shot on her, but then she also gave her like a big compliment. She kind of gave her the like. She was just like, you didn't pay your dues, but at the same time, they were like, man, she was like, man, she picked it up fast. It was sort of a 1-2 kind of a thing. And, to be fair to Sasha, I mean, I think that's, I just think that's who Sasha is. She's like a
crybaby.
No, I think she's somebody who's going to be like, well, you're good at this. You did this great. But at the same time, you didn't do this and you didn't do this right because you're not Sasha Banks. And, I don't know how I feel about that. It's sort of like, it's a character development thing, right? It's in character. She played that. When I read that, when I saw that, it was like, well, she did that in kayfabe. Whether she meant it or not, that's kayfabe Sasha Banks. So
that's Derek's boo, Sasha Banks.
Favorite wrestler.
Hey, Derek, seriously, is Charlotte like, is this sour grapes or is Becky being a baby?
No, I think honestly there's both sides to everything, really. I mean, they're both benefiting out of being assholes to each other. And honestly, in this situation, maybe there was some heat legit that night whenever everything happened. And at that point, Charlotte probably was being, like, I felt like if Charlotte wants to go out there and do that, talk about it beforehand, have enough respect with your opponent, do that. Don't go out there and make me, as say I'm Becky Lynch, look like an idiot in the middle of 25,000 fans out of the middle of nowhere. I mean, obviously we're both professionals and I should be able to just do it, which she did, and it was fine. But, this isn't indie mudlaw outlaw bullshit. There you go. You can't just go out there and do whatever the hell you want. I mean, this is freaking WWE planned to a T down to the second of what we're going to do. You mess up one segment, it messes up everything. And you might have enough clout that you can do that, but I can see how you're going to piss some people off if you're going to go out there and just try and run your own segment.
It's called going into business for yourself.
There you go, sir.
There we go. But no, I agree with you 100%. I think that
what's going on?
What? I know, right? I think you're going to leave that argument bottle of whiskey alone tonight. I feel like, no, you're probably not. But I feel like, Derek's right in the sense that where it's just like, Was that segment great live? No. And I think we talked about this last week. Was that segment great live? No, it sucked. But taped, recorded, edited, was it pretty decent?
Passable.
It was very passable. I mean, it wasn't like, oh my God, the best segment ever. It wasn't Becky Lynch bleeding from the nose standing at the top of the arena, but it was fine. It wasn't the worst. So I really think that we've maybe made a lot of this, but that's probably what they want at this point. It's like, well, this is what people are talking about, so let's sell that, because we've got a pay-per-view coming up this week. It's just a monthly pay-per-view, which is the standard thing. I tend to kind of like every other Survivor Series enjoy it. This year I feel like is going to be the wet fart of Survivor Series.
So do you agree with Becky that like this brand supremacy storyline's just stale, tired, and old?
It's the way it's she's right, because that's how WWE looks at it. Like
I think there's more talent than just her that feel that way too, and I think obviously the community feels that way.
It's that's how WWE looks at it. It's they don't like they don't even care about it, right? Like they don't even care. So if they don't care, why should I care? I don't care about brand supremacy. I really don't, because all the people like these guys they were on other brands like a month ago, right? They're just like whoop. So
if I'm being honest, man, I'm over the Survivor Series thing, and like, I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but like,
because I pay $4.99 a month. How is peak $4.99 a month, and we get 12 pay-per-views, like 13, 14 pay-per-views a year. It's crazy. Well, wait, no, plus NXT, it's probably closer to 20. Like, it's ridiculous.
Worth every penny, pal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. $5 a month for the entire year to, hey, you want every pay-per-view that the biggest wrestling company in the world puts on for $5 a month? Yep. Yeah, I do. Even if I don't watch it. Worth it.
You know what else was worth it? The $49.95 that was spent on AEW Full Gear.
Oh, you paid money for that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, we paid money. Everybody paid money.
Yeah.
Money.
I really did pay money.
What a great fucking show. Like, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
Pretty good show.
I'm going to fucking say it. It was a great fucking show.
There were really only two matches. To be fair, there were really only two matches on that show. And we'll get to them. We should go through like bing.
Yeah, but listen, so the only problem with the fact that the show was really good was that come Wednesday night, Dynamite's going to suck big floppy donkey dick.
It sucked last week.
But they can't win. Like, their go homes and they're like come out for the pay-per-view like every fucking time. They're terrible. They capitalize on zero momentum that they made by throwing just a banger of a pay-per-view card. And let me tell you what, the new pay-per-view stage that AEW's got,
awesome. Yes,
man, that made that like little.
It looked really good, didn't it?
Full Gear pay-per-view, it's like not like their WrestleMania or whatever, man. It made it look really, really special.
I gotta say, I really like the when they Full Gear and everybody's like sort of cyberpunk, like half machine.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot. It really looks good. It adds to the aesthetic, and it keeps me invested in what's going on for the most part. I mean, there's some stuff I can't get invested in, but anyway, go on. Do we want to go through the matches? Do we want to go through the card? Do you have the card pulled up?
I do have the card pulled up.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, so
let's do that quickly.
The buy-in was Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose. Jiminy Christmas, this makes me want to just rush right out and buy this fucking thing. Like,
that was a mistake. Okay, I didn't put the buy-in on my on my list of whether or not, but this was a mess. Like, this whole match is a mess,
man. Like, first of all, you've got Hikaru Shida in there with
she's not. They put her in stuff like she's a veteran who can call things and keep stuff in line, but she's a mess. Everything she does.
Our little tabloid boy, little fucking, dickweed Derek up there said that her and Kenny Omega are a thing. That's why she keeps
Oh,
getting
that's
fucking
why.
spots.
That makes sense. Yeah, because
fucking bunch of
Kenny's
she's
like,
trash.
she
And
does.
anybody
Nah,
that's
she's not
in
good.
that's in here watching this show right now disagrees with me. Please, trash. I'd rather watch the little old man next door struggle to cut his grass than to watch this fucking train wreck.
You should go mow that man's grass. You're a piece of shit.
I do. That's why I said I would rather sit there and watch him struggle to cut his grass than to watch this, you fucking cocksucker.
You did it. You did it, Derek.
Yeah, this
You did
fucking guy. So, what a fucking train wreck. Dude,
Let's move on from this. It was a wreck. It was a mess. It was a mess.
Kick off the night.
Nobody purchased the pay-per-view because of this match.
No.
Period.
Why put that out there in that primetime spot? Like, we talked about this after AEW's last pay-per-view, right? They put Brian Cage and fucking fuck, I don't even remember. It's not important. But like
important.
it was a banger of a match. It made me want to buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That's what that match is fucking there for. But
Brian Cage hurt because I feel like I haven't seen this dude in a long time.
That's a possibility. I mean, he did criticize his booking. Him and his wife both did criticize his booking a couple of months ago. So maybe he's on a little hiatus.
Maybe he's on his way out too. They got some other big boys.
I mean, and he did say he would much rather be in WWE at some point recently.
WWE, he would be over AF in WWE. I mean, I don't know how old he is. They're on this like ageist kick, but yeah. Anyway, next match.
Hey, so real quick, hey, if you guys are looking for the greatest $30 bottle of whiskey to ever fucking grace the shelves, it's this guy right here. 1792 small batch. Tastes like raspberry cheesecake, pal.
See, I don't like whiskeys that taste like other things. I want whiskeys that taste like I want whiskey that tastes like pain and death.
That's a damn shame, pal.
I want it to taste like a hangover. It's got to have the barley and the malts and all that shit.
So they lead off the show very, 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 very strong. Okay. They trot MJF and Darby Allen out there.
Great match.
What a fantastic match. Like
great finish.
Those guys came out there with the sole purpose of stealing the show. Like they were back there hanging out.
They almost did
in their little gorilla position, and they were like, hey, we're about to go out here and set the fucking tone for this show, and nobody's going to be able to follow us. And that's exactly what they did. Goodness gracious. You got like this beautiful, like technical flow to start the match. I mean, goodness gracious. And then you get a little bit of the Darby craziness, and then the storytelling with the back after the coffin drops. Like, come on, man.
I mean, this was to me quintessential MJ. This is why MJF is better than, and this is why Darby's a star too. These are two super young. These guys are 24, 23. These guys, they are children comparatively.
Two of the four pillars of AEW.
I was going to say literally what MJF said. They are part of the four pillars.
They are. I mean, these guys.
Or as JR said, the four pillows.
Well, look, JR's battling.
You can't enunciate. You leave him alone.
Listen,
he gets a little excited.
Tom, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bud.
I want to give JR a hug. He's out there every night. Anyway, good God. Did they come out there ready to be like, hey, guys, you just saw a garbage match. But here is two guys who are like in their early 20s who are about to show you why they're two of the best in the world, period. And they did that. They knocked it out of the park. They showed us that. Oh, my God, the finish of this match. Oh, my God, the finish. I love that MJF wins on pay-per-view. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. I love that he cheats. I love that it's a sort of a 50-50 match, but he hits him with the ring and then finishes him with the what did he finish him with?
Side headlock takeover.
Side headlock takeover. He said he's going to finish him with the easiest match, the easiest move in wrestling. Oh my God.
And then he walks in the ring and he walks up to Justin Roberts and he's like, tell the world that I'm going to win this match with a side headlock takeover.
It's so, I mean, I can't, kudos to Darby because Darby did his thing. Darby is over as hell. And I can't think, I can't think of a guy his age. I mean, maybe Jeff Hardy, but more insane.
Yo, absolutely.
But like less on drugs. So
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that with him.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, these are guys that are, you want to see what the future of wrestling is. It's these two guys. They are the present and they are the future. This is it. We're going to see this kind of match in AEW in the future for the world heavyweight title in AEW.
Well, not if Tony Khan doesn't come with some dollar signs, because MJF said this week when his contract's up, he's going to go where the money's at.
You know what? The money might be in WWF, and truth be told, good God, would he could have a 2-year title run in WWE like AJ Styles did.
Absolutely.
And it would be better.
But if we're being honest, I don't want to see that man go anywhere. He deserves to be.
And
the
honestly,
guy
I
in
think there's
AEW.
zero chance that it even happens, considering the amount of mileage they've put on him, which is basically zero.
Yeah.
Over his, 2 years now.
Yeah.
After the contract signing. So, say he does go till May. What's he gonna have? One more match? Maybe 2. It's a very rare moment whenever you get an MJF match. It's always looked forward to. They keep it, under wraps, kind of like, this is a surprise for you all, a little gift. You get to see the best.
I'm really into him. I'm really into him leaning into this whole Ric Flair thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, he's the second coming, truthfully, right? I mean, he's the second coming of Rick.
You saw it a lot last night.
Oh my God. I mean, you want to talk about a guy who just does everything. How does he do? He hits everything on that. He's had one miss and it wasn't his fault. That the Chris Jericho show tunes thing.
Oh yeah.
One miss, not his fault. Truth be told, his portion, not as bad as Jericho's. So
it was rough, bud.
It was rough. But like, how are we gonna talk? Like, the dude is batting like, okay, out of 1,000, he's had one miss. The dude is batting .99999 in 1,000 up to bat. He's hit every time. Every time. It's
he's the greatest heel in wrestling, and nobody's going to change my mind.
At this point, it's unbelievable how like consistent this guy is. Like, Stone Cold was not this consistent. The Rock was not this consistent. Mankind was not this was Ric Flair. Ric Flair wasn't this consistent. I can't believe it.
I'd say Roman's had pretty consistent run. If we're talking about consistency, right?
Not when he was 24 years old.
Like, my man is the tippy top. Like,
I mean, when this guy's 34 years old, we're gonna be talking about him as like the greatest ever. Period. End of story. Nobody did it better. And that's not to shit on anybody who's been great previously, but like, who's had a run like this? Oh, he's got one miss. I mean, unless he goes on a string of like, I don't care anymore, and I'm just gonna fuck up.
Don't really see that happening, bud, because he looked real sharp last night.
I mean, and they're going to continue protecting him. That's for sure. So
if he has one miss out of 1,000 for the next 10 years, who cares? We're not going to remember that. Nobody's going to care. Nobody remembers week to week the misses.
Great match, though. Great match.
Great match to kick off the pay-per-view. This should have been the buy-in.
MJF beat Darby Allen with a 3 count via side headlock takeover. Moving on, we had the AEW Tag Team Championship, Lucha Bros versus FTR. Derek, I got to feel that like you were probably into this little bit of fucking Zerto Miedo, and FTR thrown down. But real quick, before we get to your stupid little opinion, can we talk about how fucking terrible the FTR's new entrance music and entrance is? Like, what the fuck?
Oof.
Like, that's some WWE trash panda shit right there.
Oof.
Like, send that entrance to Mickey James, okay? Because that's that bad. Like, the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus.
Derek, you do have to talk about this first, because I have a lot to say about this match.
Derek, have at it, bud.
Honestly, I don't have a lot to say about this. It was fine. It's not like the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm not gonna ever really. I like FTR, but man, they've kind of lost me since their WWE run. They're just not the same. I don't know if it's just they don't get enough airtime or They seem unhappy. I don't know. No, I wouldn't say that they're better. But there was some
then
great
you would
spots
be
during
wrong.
the match. The Lucha Brothers, of course, Ray Phoenix, as always, pulls off amazing stuff in the ring. So, there was high spots, but it's definitely not going to go down as my match of the week. And honestly, I'd kind of say it was one of the maybe 2 duds I wasn't too into. All right, Tom, tell me how wrong I am and how great it was.
No, I'm not gonna tell you that you're wrong. You're right.
Well, you're going to
FTR
need peaceful
this
whiskey
is
before
some
this is over.
bullshit.
FTR should have stayed in WWE. And here's why. Number one, okay, FTR and WWE were consistently in title contention, and they were routinely the champions. We know that in WWE, the tag team championship titles change hands more often. However, that being said, FTR would have been the champion 2, 3, 4 more times at this point had they remained in WWE versus not. They would have certainly gotten more airtime than they would have in AEW. I feel like these guys are. I watch the shit out of AEW now. These guys are absent. If anything, they're in the ring while Tully gives a promo, or they don't get the mics. When they got the mics in WWE, they don't get matches. They used to get mics and then matches in WWE, even if it was only like 5, 10, 15 minutes. They got mics, they got matches. They were on pay-per-views like every month. AEW doesn't do as many pay-per-views, but still, these guys they're top guys. These are top guys, right? This is one of the best tag teams that we've seen since the Road Warriors, period. And don't try to argue with me. This is one of the best tag teams we've seen since the Road Warriors. Are they the Usos? Not quite. But you know what? Can they hang with the Usos? Absolutely. Can they hang with the New Day? Absolutely. In AEW, they're wasted. Okay, Lucha Bros. Are Lucha Bros good? Absolutely, Lucha Bros are very, very good. Okay, I like that Lucha Bros, Pentagon and Phoenix are back together. They're Lucha Bros. They don't have this like Pentagon's got his own singles run and Ray Phoenix is the best in the world, blah, 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 walking the ropes and doing these crazy things. Like, I like this match. On paper, I really like this match. In practice, I felt like FTR should have won. But they didn't. So now who do the Lucha Bros face? Which is the important question, because to me, FTR is the pinnacle. Not to leave that out as they're the best guys. They're top guys. And so now Lucha Bros next competitors are not as good. Right?
Well, you don't know that because Tony Khan's famous for these title eliminator tournaments, and somebody's going to wind up challenging the Lucha Bros for those tag team championships. Is probably going to come through a tournament of some sort.
Okay, so it's going to be babyface versus babyface, and it'll be Jurassic Express, and maybe they get him because you know what, they deserve it. But at the same time, FTR is better. They're just better.
Even if it was babyface, and it was Lucha Express, though, I feel like that would be suited well for their styles. It'll end up being,
fun.
as you've said, on paper, it looks good. In practice, good. I don't know.
Yeah, look, it's fine. And if then FTR takes it off of, but it's so calculated at this point then, right? It's so put
them back on the Bucks.
Put what on the Bucks?
Put the titles back on the Bucks.
No, never do that again. No,
absolutely.
Fire the Bucks.
No.
Fire them.
Greatest tag team AEW has, bud. You better get on the fucking train, bud. Listen,
you can sit there.
Stop. Listen, you can sit there and
you need to stop.
Okay, I'll just save it for later. Then it's fine. It's fine because eventually we're gonna have to talk about it. So it's fine.
I got words. Let's move on.
Lucha Bros defeat FTR to retain the AEW Tag Team Championships. What a schmoz fucking ending. Jesus criminy. Can we just not fuck? All right, moving on. We've got the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament Finals. DB and Rusev. Oh,
Great match.
I'm sorry. Bryan Danielson and Miro.
BD. Other way.
Yeah,
BD.
DB.
Whoop.
Hey man, I was into it, right?
Love it.
Miro's a fucking stud.
God, fucking love Miro.
Dude, the promos
Fucking
leading up
stud.
to it themselves made me like just antsy. Like I'm
Hey,
ready. Those were
listen,
great
I
intro
know-
packages.
I know a few weeks ago, Derek, you and I kind of shit on the Redeemer a little bit, and Tom was like, just wait. It's coming around. I'm a fucking believer in the Redeemer. Like, my man is
It's great.
on point. Why did he let his smoking hot wife talk for him all these years? Like, I just don't get it. Good God, man. These promos are fucking insane.
Mhm.
Like, Miro's a fucking stud. And I'm sad that he didn't win this match. But I also understand because, as we'll, learn together later, Hangman won. And, it'd be kind of hard to put him in that spot right now. But what a great fucking match. Tom, I'm sure you're just ready to gush all over this one.
I loved it. I loved all of it. Look, there was nothing wrong with this match. These guys are both professionals. I love Miro. I love Miro when they put him in a position to succeed. And when they give him a big meaty deliciousness, he just eats it up. And God, he killed it with the promos leading up to it. He killed it in the match. I mean, Bryan Danielson can work with anybody. He is the best sign AEW has had, because not that he's going to be their best star ever, but he's not only going to get himself over, because he's over, right? He's super over.
For sure.
But at the same time, he's going to, he's over and he won this match, but at the same time, it was oh shit, Miro's also a world title contender, right?
Absolutely.
Miro's a world title.
Absolutely.
He got that over. And so now the next world title contender is Bryan Danielson.
I got to feel like if Lance Archer didn't fuck himself up in this, he had to be the clear-cut winner of this tournament.
He got a super concussion.
Nah, actually, I just read a thing that it wasn't a concussion. He had a neck injury.
Oh, I heard it was concussion, but still, I mean, and if Mox didn't go into rehab, I think
Top
Mox,
guy.
it would have been Mox versus Danielson, and we've not seen that in a long time.
That would have been a lot of fun too.
I mean,
Yeah, that'd have been good.
look, Mox was doing top guy shit. Would I have loved to see Mox come out and kill Orange Cassidy? Would that have put him back over for me? And I'd have been like,
Back
oh,
over.
God.
Oh, the audacity that comes out of your mouth.
Audacity.
The shit that just falls out of your mouth sometimes.
Audacity.
Bro.
It's like that South Park episode.
Chimney Christmas. This motherfucker says he would have gotten back over. Get out of here,
Look,
man.
You can get unover from me. And it's the thing. It's a hill. You're either over the hill or you're not.
Oh, fuck me.
Mox had been climbing said hill while he was killing jabronis.
He was up there fucking fending motherfuckers off with barbed wire baseball bats and exploding light tube bazookas. Okay, bud.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like top guy stuff, does it, Tom?
No.
But you just said that he was doing top guy stuff.
Hey, don't hop on my fucking dick here, bud.
But I don't want on your dick. I'm just trying to get my deathmatch shit in, motherfucker.
I mean, maybe he has a beautiful dick. We don't know.
I don't. Doubtful.
I've never seen it up close, but
never.
www.onlyfans.com/One Fall WrestleCast.
Oh shit!
Apparently, Walt's dick is beautiful and makes some money. Anywho's, so prior to our fallen champion, Mr. Moxley, who's a best-selling author at this point in time.
Derek, how good's the book? I know you fucking finished it.
It's really great. Honestly, you guys should check it out. It's.
I mean, he's a best-selling author at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it reads like he speaks like you would assume he speaks among friends. So
I listened to
Yeah.
him today, plugging his book on Talk is Jericho from a couple weeks ago, and he said that exact same thing. He's like, I wrote it so that it sounded like I was talking to you.
And Renee said it's very
it's
John.
what it sounds like.
Renee said it's very John. that was her review of it. Well, it's very John. And
But it's fantastic. It's definitely worth checking out.
So, good for him. I hope he's getting the help that he needs. And
Hey, Tony Khan said he's doing just fine. He wanted to let everybody know, but he's not trying to get the attention from everybody or anything like that.
Okay, good. Well, that's good to hear, though. Actually,
Good.
Like,
Good.
I'm glad he's doing well. Because the most important thing when you become a father, the most important thing is to be a father. However, moving on back to this. God, fuck, we got really off track here.
It's okay.
This was a great match, and I loved it, and I loved all of it. I loved the lead up to it. I loved the match itself. It all made sense, and
Yeah,
it was great. I came off of this, and after the MJF match, I'm like, oh, fucking, this is going to be fantastic. And
easily one of the top 3 matches.
Who buddy? Yeah, who buddy? Moving on.
Is that all you got on that one, bud?
Yeah, we're good.
Great, awesome. Now moving on.
Who buddy?
To the next.
It sounds like he
match
has something planned
on the card was Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express versus the Super Click, Adam Cole and the Young Bucks, the greatest tag team in the history of AEW.
Derek, talk first, please.
No. Go ahead, because I'd like to hear your wonderful opinions.
What a good match! Like, how much fun was this match, Derek? Like, to just like the Falls Count Anywhere trios match, like that was so much. We got a little Christian Cage off the balcony, very ECW-esque. Man, was that awesome? I enjoyed.
You said the exact word.
Much.
How fun was it? It was fun.
Was this match? And you know what? Adam Cole, it just plays into the Super Click Bullet Club fanboy bullshit just
such
so
a
perfectly.
Douchebag.
And he is such a just perfect addition to the Super Click that like it's just meant to be, and I'm very disappointed that Jurassic Express won this match, because I really felt like to put Adam Cole in this position with the greatest tag team of all time in AEW, to have him lose his first match that way is just entirely unfair to Adam Cole. Derek, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about this match.
Dude, I freaking loved the match. Like, it was great, and I loved it. It was exactly like you said. It was a fun time, dude. This is what I tune in for. This is wrestling theater at its finest. Like, it's not all about the splashy suplexes and all the fancy stuff you can do. Dude, this was awesome storytelling. This was an awesome match. High action all the time. It's what I tune in for, baby.
Super Click, baby. Man,
I know that's what Tom was tuning in for.
What a great match.
Are you done?
Yeah, Tom, why don't you tell me about this match, bud? I mean, it ended with a concerto to win.
This match was an abomination. This match was an abomination.
Oh,
good God.
Dare you, sir.
I cannot wait until they pull Adam Cole away from this fucking bullshit. Good God. This is the most. Oh, my God.
You better settle in, Tom. It's going to be a minute. This shit's over.
Because old KO is going to be coming and joining the crew, bud.
This fucking shit hurts to watch. It fucking hurts to watch. And I gotta say, okay. All right, can I talk? Are you guys done?
I mean, I'm never done. I'll let you speak, but
I don't even have a mute button. God damn it. Anyway. Okay.
The floor is yours.
I want to point out the biggest, stupidest fucking piece of shit minute in this match that made it like a 0 out of 5 stars for me. So there's a point in time, right, where the Young Bucks, who have been getting their shit in the entire time, this match went on too long, number one. Number two, There's a point in time where the Young Bucks are just getting their shit in. However, they go for the double suplex off the rope or double suplex into a chair. They bounce Jungle Boy off said chair. It looks like they did it on purpose. There's no other way to look at it other than they were just like, they stepped back and were like, badoing, bounced him off the chair. Jungle Boy sits on said chair, and somehow the Young Bucks flip out of the ring because they're made of rubber elastic and rubber bands and bullshit. And they like pew out of the ring. And Jungle Boy's just sitting there in the chair like, ah. And
I'll agree, that was dumb.
And then he gets a knee in the face from Adam Cole, right? And I'm like, okay, thank you, Adam Cole, for not being a nonsense moron. However, then Adam Cole's like, oh, because he has to be a showboating moron because that's like the point of the team, right?
Yes, that's the elite.
We're all incredibly stupid and terrible at our jobs. We're so bad at winning matches. So bad. Anyway, Adam Cole.
It's not even that they're stupid. They're just douches. They're assholes.
No,
they are
stupid.
The cockiest motherfuckers you hate.
Okay, so what you're saying is they're cocky to the point of being like mentally handicapped, to the point of like they forget they're in the middle of wrestling matches. They're in the middle of fights with like multiple dudes. Like this isn't a one-on-one match. This is a 3-on-3 tag team. Like there are like 3 other dudes who want you to die. And shocker, 2 of these dudes are like have like 60 pounds plus on everybody else.
Adam Cole, baby.
Anyway, so Adam Cole, showboating moron, takes is the reverse DDT, is that an impaler?
Yeah, that's one of his Jimmy Jams.
Yeah, so it takes an impaler onto a chair because it just was there from Christian, and ends a like, oh, huge comeback could be from Adam Cole. And surprise, the baby faces win because the heels are the stupidest people in the room at that point in time. However, normally this would be fun. If it was the Young Bucks and some other moron, whatever. If it was the Young Bucks and fucking, Kenny Omega, whatever. Yeah, okay. These are the stupidest people in the arena at that point. I don't
understand what you're like.
Shut up. Stop. Anyway, these are the stupidest people in the arena.
Everybody gets one, pal.
Okay, so anyway, but now Adam Cole is also one of the stupidest people in the arena, which, okay, good for you, Adam Cole, and your character, who used to be the smartest man in the arena, but no. Now because you're part of the elite, you're the stupidest person in the arena. So they buried Adam Cole for me in this match. You know what? I still like Christian.
Buried Adam Cole?
They buried Adam Cole.
Bro,
they put him They put him as he's just as stupid as the Young Bucks, just as stupid as Kenny Omega. He is the stupidest person in the arena now.
Listen, my man's out here living his best life.
Living his best life.
Look,
the stupidest people in the arena are often living their best lives.
Fucking wild.
Because they're really stupid.
I expected this absurdity from Derek this evening, but I did not expect this this level of just
stupid
ridiculousness to come out of your mouth. Of all people,
buried and stupid.
Buried Adam Cole. This is unbelievable.
Stupid. Look, you just have to wait for Adam Cole to do something stupid. Now you can beat him. He's not even like good. He's just stupid. You just have to like sell something like, Adam Cole, you punched me really hard. And he's going to be like, Adam Cole, baby. And you can come up behind and be like, snap your neck, you idiot. Ha ha ha. Pin a corpse. And that's it. Because it's just not smart anymore. It's not. It's.
Did you ever think that maybe he's just baiting the Bucks and the Bucks in right now by making them think he's stupid?
That would be great. But you know what? This match was too much for me. It was too much.
It was beautiful.
It was too much. The spot I just described was too much. And I'm now a step back. So there needs to now be some tension built within the Super
I'm
Click.
sure that there will be, because in our main event,
if
the greatest tag team in the history of all elite wrestling made an appearance. We'll get into that, I'm sure.
Well, I'm gonna let you describe that.
Listen,
because
pal,
I watched it and I
just-
wasn't convinced.
I just want to. I just really want to try to understand what you have against the Young Bucks in 2021. Like, I would have agreed with you in January of 2020 to like June of 2020. Like, fuck the Young Bucks.
You asked me a question.
I did ask you a question,
and I need to answer said question because you went on with you were trying to build a well, blah 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 blah. So you asked me a question. The Young Bucks are not a different tag team than they were 2 years ago. They're the same. No.
I'm gonna go ahead and just disagree.
No,
because
because they put somebody over. Look, this is their that's their out. That's their alibi. But at the same time, they take up too much time. Whether or not they have title belts on themselves, they get all their stuff in. They're
good for
they are
them.
primed. Yeah, great for them. Yeah, it's nice to be an EVP and just be like, hey, I'm going to have my match. My match is
EVP and title only.
Sure, but they still got the time and they still get to get all their shit in, and they do whatever they want. And they look stupid. Both of them. They couldn't. These are the dumbest looking
gimmick,
humans
pal.
ever.
They're supposed to look stupid because it makes you want to hate them even more. And you know what? They're doing a pretty goddamn
so you know
good
what?
job.
You're right. They've got me hating on them in ways that I don't generally hate on heels.
Ding 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 ding.
But at the same time, where do they go from here? I mean, truthfully, they've got go away heat with me at this point. It's a matter of oh my
they
god,
can come back every week.
No, I'll shut it off. I'd shut it off.
Wow.
And they've got go away heat with me, and that's where they are.
You know who's got fucking go away heat with me? Cody.
There we
Rhodes.
go.
Okay.
Is this this
was
the next match?
This was the next. Fuck this guy, right?
Yes.
Good move.
Good on him.
Look. I just want to tell you,
You want to talk about executive privilege?
That's
this
the
is
best
fucking it right
transition
here.
you've ever had. So cheers to you, my brother.
Well, I didn't listen. I didn't want to piss you off anymore.
Nah, cheers to you. That was the best transition we've ever had because we're all going to agree about this.
Absolutely. So Cody Rhodes and Pac. I do this every fucking time. It's Pac. Okay, versus Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. Okay, first of all, what the fucking WWE hodgepodge tag team match is this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're talking about a company that boasts that they have the greatest tag team division in all of professional wrestling, right? We've all heard that tagline.
Sure,
right?
we have.
Yeah, okay. So, and obviously the Young Bucks are definitely the greatest tag team in the greatest tag team division in professional wrestling. But now we've got a WWE hodgepodge that makes no fucking storyline sense because
you gotta rub my sore butthole, don't you?
Because Pac and Andrade had a little disagreement over the Death Triangle, and Malachi Black and Cody Rhodes were in a program that should have ended 3 weeks ago before Cody Rhodes came back and fucking ruined everything like he tends to do because he's a spoiled fucking little bitch.
And he's not a top. You want to talk about a guy who's not a top guy, never been
He's a mid-card fucking guy if I've ever seen one in my entire life.
Couldn't be a top guy.
Like, he's a 24/7 champion level top guy. Right?
Yeah.
No, he's not that bad. He's got
he's that. Listen, Maria Kanellis is more of a top guy than fucking Cody Rhodes. Okay?
Yeah.
I said what I said. Write it down. I said what I said.
She's got a big dick.
Not from the pictures she posts on Instagram. She doesn't, good sir.
Instagram, huh?
You're wrong. I've seen her naked.
So, listen,
she does not have a big dick.
Malachi Black has been the greatest acquisition in AEW history.
Absolutely.
I said what I said. Okay.
Not only that, he had the greatest debut. Look, they may have botched it on commentary, but he had the greatest debut.
Wasn't a thing. Fuckhead and the stupid mask botched his debut.
Right. But otherwise, if you would have muted it or just had what was happening in the arena captivated every motherfucker in that arena to the point that they had never been captivated, that people in said arenas had never been captivated before since The Undertaker debuted at SummerSlam back in 1991? Like
Survivor Series.
My bad. Hey, it's Survivor Series week, buddies.
Something good happened at that one.
Woohoo! Like
it was important.
91. It was. Good God, was it ever? But no, those people like their buttholes puckered There were puckered buttholes through the whole arena. They mucked it up on commentary, but you know what? If we didn't listen to Excalibur as we've been trained to do, as we've been trained to not listen to Excalibur, had we not listened to Excalibur, we've been like, holy shit, what a great debut. And to this day, I really feel that
it was still great.
Still great. Despite Excalibur putting some butthole juice on it, like it was still really good. So but then they put him in a freaking program with Cody Rhodes where he's been for months. It's like it's a stagnation. It's like he is like the dirty, stinky towel on the floor of your bathroom that has been there for a week now.
So you remember whenever Malachi Black came in and I said, "Hey man, this was a great, like perfect debut. I hope they don't fuck this up." And then we came in here 2 weeks later and was like, "Oh, they didn't fuck this up.
Not yet."
And then we came in and hey, they didn't fuck this up. And that went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. The only thing I didn't understand was the whole Brock Anderson thing, you know, whatever. I mean, I guess it made sense, but like not really, you know. And here we are. They fucked this up.
They made him a mid-card guy, right? Could he challenge Hangman right now?
Not right now.
Would that be believable?
Nope.
If he showed up and was like, okay, so obviously Hangman needs to fight Bryan Danielson, but Bryan Danielson, let's face it, Hangman's not going to beat Bryan Danielson. That's going to be his big defense, right? That's big.
Oh, definitely. No way fucking DB's winning this match.
So even hypothetically, if they throw Malachi Black at him next,
he's not there now because they fucking buried Cody. Cody fucking buried him.
He's buried. Look,
he could have been there. Absolutely could have been.
He should be there.
Not now.
It's ridiculous. And this match was the like culmination of like extreme. Like it should have been over before. But then they're like, "Oh, let's throw Andrade into this." Oh man! Oh good. Okay.
So smart.
Oh, so we're talking about now. So they did the Cody thing.
Oh, they just wanted to do that because of Zelina Vega.
Well, they did the Cody thing though instead, where they put Andrade in with Cody Rhodes, and oh my God, Andrade beat Cody. Can you believe it? He beat him on television.
However, he's gonna bury him in a couple of weeks.
However, it wasn't even a couple of weeks on pay-per-view. Like. It's been a week, man. Like a week and a few days. It's not even 2 weeks. And you know, that was it. They beat him. They just beat him. They were just like, oh well, you know, he's in here with Cody. Cody gets a win. I think Pac technically got the win. He got the pin, but
he did.
Fucking just, I mean, Cody had to stick his dick in it, right?
Cody should have went away whenever he took off his boots and at least gave us 6 months.
He gave us like 3 weeks. Oh my God, I'm going away. It was 3 weeks.
Listen, here's the reality of the situation. Okay. We all think Cody's a fucking piece of shit at this point. I'm just the only one that's got the fucking nuts to say it. Okay. So
didn't I just bury him?
Yeah, but you were polite.
I'm pretty sure that crowd last night at the pay-per-view kind of buried him too.
Tom, you have this polite way about yourself, man, and it's like
that's why it's hard to be mean to me.
I just fuck this guy. Okay,
it's so bad. It's like
fuck this match.
It's like Cody's a black hole of bullshit. And
this was the popcorn match, in case nobody fucking realized.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, it was, but at the same time, it's like, oh. These people are in a program with Cody. None of this matters. This is bullshit. This is worthless, and everybody comes out worse. Yeah, is what it is. That's where it is right now. Anybody who's in a program with Cody, it's worthless, and it comes out worse.
Yep, because he's a piece of shit. Moving on, good sir. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston.
Great. That was great.
What a great fucking the build was good. Derek, you grumbled. I might have to throw Derek.
Look, I'm not. It wasn't bad. Yeah, let's hear what Derek has.
Listen, the build was great, right? Like I was into the build, and a lot of people are saying like Eddie Kingston's on this tear right now that reminds them of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he gets in there with CM Punk. He fucking throws down. He looks good. He should have won the match. But Derek, please. Bless us with your fucking vocals.
No, man, he should have absolutely won the match. And
that's the thing.
I'm sick of. Okay, so whenever CM Punk came We were all hyped up. Great stuff. Good stuff. Yay. All right. I'm sick of the CM Punk just bulldozes through random matches every week. And there's no reason or build up. And at first it was just like, little indie guys or whatever. He's just running over people. That's fine. That's fine. But now we're just getting into names that actually matter on the roster. And there's no story, there's no reasoning. It's just, this week I want whoever. And he doesn't lose, which I expect him not to. But if he's not going to lose, then don't give him these guys yet.
Not lose. Like that's the
because
thing.
They've got to let him build up some
his
stuff.
Clout, pal. Okay, I don't.
Well, listen.
Listen, if
what I'm
he wants
saying,
to come in here and he wants to tell me that he's coming in here to help this roster grow, then he needs to be willing to put his fucking back on the mat. Okay. And he's trying to tell us that he's willing to do that, but I don't see it. I haven't seen it. Tom, have you seen it?
I'm not saying that he is or isn't willing, and I'm sure he's not the one with the book. So I don't really think that's relevant.
But no. But what it comes down to is the fact that, like, you came in here fucking 6 weeks ago and you sucked on CM Punk's dick like this was going to be the greatest fucking thing ever. And I was like, hey, man, it was cool. Is he going to be able to go? Is he going to bury people? Is he going to be relevant? Is he going to bury people? Is he going to take people's spots? I ask these questions. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But here we are. We're having this fucking conversation. And it's like, I don't understand what the fucking problem is. This is what you wanted. Is this not what you wanted? You wanted CM Punk to come in.
All I'm saying is I want continuity and I want a freaking storyline is what I want. I just don't want him to bulldoze through everyone.
This is the storyline. He's going to bulldoze through everybody. And fucking people like Eddie Kingston that have worked their fucking ass off for the last fucking couple of years trying to fucking put this place on the map are the ones that are getting fucked over in the process. But hey, thank God fucking CM Punk's back, right? Like, for fuck's sake, Derek.
I'm saying Wednesday, if he comes out, and Eddie comes out and cuts a nasty promo on him again and keep this thing going.
What are they going to keep it going for? They already done fucked Eddie Kingston.
Why? Already. Let him get it
done. He's fucked.
Let him get it back.
They fucked him.
Bullshit.
They fucked him.
So I'd watch part 2. To be fair, I'd watch part 2 of this. However, I'm going to agree
Pat Martin with the best in the world comment. Hey, pal, let me tell you something about fucking CM Punk, all right? Like, this guy come in here and he just starts shitting all over these guys that have helped build this AEW roster. That my counterpart up here, little Dick Derek, right, fucking wants to sit here and say are the greatest thing ever. And then all of a sudden CM Punk comes back and he's like a fucking kid in a candy store. Okay.
Derek's penis might be huge.
Nah, he's just a little guy, remember?
But like it could be like his extra leg. But
I use a booster seat at the bar store. Yep, that's it.
But it supports his penis. Anyway,
I'm tripoding as I walk.
That's why he walks the way he does. It's why it took him so long to get up those steps when we left the AEW show. Okay, less about Derek's penis, but so my opinion on this match though is man, it was something though, right? I mean, look, Eddie put on a better match than I thought he was going to put on. I don't see Eddie as a top guy. Eddie's a top talker. I see Eddie as a guy who is about to get things over, about to get things done. This was built very well. Nobody thought going into this that Eddie was going to win. However, if Eddie does get another one and he does get one over on CM Punk, that's another thing. I don't think that's going to happen either. I think what's going to happen is that CM Punk is going to challenge the Hangman for the title, and that will be his first. I think they really need to build Hangman, and we'll get into that when we get to that. But I think it was the right call. I don't like it either because I like Eddie Kingston a lot as well.
Yeah.
But I would have preferred Eddie Kingston to win this match, right?
I wanted Eddie Kingston to win.
I don't care if he wins or loses.
Even by
I hope that on Wednesday we get to see more. I want more.
Even
I'm not done with this feud yet.
Look, I hoped he won by like dastardly means. That was my like man. If only Eddie would the ref's back was turned and Eddie would give CM Punk
2.0.
Right, give him a big chair shot. But yeah, no, you're right. And I mean, at this point, it's like, will CM Punk become
But this guy,
Cody Rhodes part 2?
But listen, this guy gonna go on the radio and say, "Oh man, I'm not a fan of some of the things that are happening on AEW." You should not be a fan of how much TV time that you're getting and how much nonsense you're talking and how much you're just fucking people over.
How much you're just getting put over all the time. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, and then this motherfucker got the audacity to do the 5 moves of doom, right? Like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, look, go fuck yourself.
Look, you're not wrong. Walt, you're not wrong. I feel like
I rarely am, good sir.
Look, I feel like there's a potential for this particular, like, there's no potential for Cody to pay off, right? Like, Cody's not going to pay us off. There's a potential for CM Punk to pay us off. It's slim. It's higher than Cody's, but like, you're right. This could turn into like the AEW could be like the first promotion that has like 2 Hulk Hogans, where it's like, what the fuck is wrong with this wrestler? And like, there's these 2 guys that just like keep getting over, and it's like, nobody likes you. Stop it. And CM Punk's on his way.
CM Punk wins via pinfall. Whatever, man. Like, whatever.
Well, at least he didn't tap him out.
Whatever.
At least he didn't tap him out. Dumb. Next match.
Dumb. The next match is dumb too, and I'm not going to spend much time on it, right? So it's the Inner Circle versus Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky,
dumb.
Junior
Don't
Dos
even need to
Santos,
talk about
Andre
it.
Arlovsky, and Dan Lambert.
Dumb.
Like,
Don't
okay,
even talk about
like,
it. Dumb.
you're just trying to make money off.
It's a nice velvet suit there, Dan Lambert.
Dumb.
Inner on. Circle wins. Fucking dumb.
Good job. Dumb.
Jay Lethal comes out, which we already kind of talked about, which was a kind of a little bit of a bright spot of the evening. Some would
great
say.
Signing. Great signing.
Yeah, absolutely a great signing.
Great
good
signing.
promo. He's solid in the ring. He's got this ability to kind of play whatever character he wants whenever he wants, and big up. I'm excited to see some Jay Lethal. I'm a little upset that they're putting him in a situation where he's going to lose to Sammy Guevara on Wednesday, but that's okay.
Because he is going to lose.
He's going to lose to Cody at some point too, so that's fine. But good for.
I mean, everybody fucking loses to Cody, pal.
But he's going to get over on him once, and then they're going to cut promos on each other, and then
he's going to listen. He's going to get over on him twice, and then Cody's going to bury him in the fucking backyard with the rest of the pets that he's had, because that's what he fucking does. So they should really stop calling him the American Nightmare, and they should just start calling him the American Shovel, because that's fucking what he is. He just runs around just fucking digging up dirt and putting people under it, pal.
He should get a shovel tattoo on the other.
Well, I mean, the Nightmare Factory logo or whatever the fuck it is, it kind of does look like a spade head shovel.
So what you're saying is he should get
just add a stick.
He should get a custom spade made that he just carries to the ring with no explanation.
Yeah.
Except
because I hope he does start doing that.
That's a heel move, right? That would be huge. That would be the heel move. What was the next match? What's going on?
Hold on a minute.
Big ups to Jay Lethal.
Patrick Martin comes in again. Don't you dare put down a Rhodes. Listen, pal.
Put down all the roads.
Listen, it's just this one fuck up, right? So like Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, baby, right? Everybody's got love for Dusty. Okay,
I mean,
this fucking guy. All right, Cody, his son. All right, and listen, I'll put Dustin up there with any of them. Dustin's probably one of the greatest performers of all time. Dustin is the greatest performer in the Rhodes family, if I'm being honest.
That's true.
However, Cody Rhodes is just like a grade A level piece of trash. Okay, who can't help the fact that he's going to go out there and he's going to do business the right way, and then he's going to go out there and he's going to bury up and coming talent that has a chance to be the AEW World fucking Heavyweight Champion in Malachi Black with some dumb shit because he's got an ego the size of fucking Mexico.
Well, let's not forget that he also beat Wardlow in their only one-on-one match.
Fucking ridiculous. Wardlow's a future AEW champion too, in case anybody's asking.
Wardlow's, I mean, maybe not AEW, but Wardlow's a future champion. Period. I mean, they could put Wardlow in WWE, and the man's only like 26. Like,
we should get Pat said we should get matching neck tattoos like Cody. Wow, listen, bud. I respect my body too much to do some nonsense because of Cody Rhodes. All right. I mean, and this is coming from the guy that's got like some dumb shit.
Yeah, but you don't have a neck tattoo where your chest
have
tattoo
enough-
should be, and
I don't have enough
all
of
that.
a neck, truthfully. My neck is real short.
You just have a neck beard.
Yeah. No, actually. Oh, right. I forgot.
Oh yeah. See,
They call me-
throwback.
But look,
Throwback.
look, it's not.
Yeah, right.
It's not bearded. It's clean.
It's good shit.
I got like
Hey.
4 inches of growth here.
Seriously though, Mr. Martin, if you could hit the like button while you're here, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Please, my brother. Thank you for interacting. By the way,
Yeah, it's awesome.
I would hug you. If even you could be mean to me and I'd hug you. I'd thank you for interacting. Much love.
So
Tom
after
Hugger.
Jay Lethal comes out and answers Sammy Guevara's open challenge, we get the 5-star classic, the AEW World Championship between Kenny Omega.
Well,
the
we
best
missed.
bout machine.
Where's the women's division champ?
Oh shit! It wasn't on my list here.
What the
Oh
fuck?
yeah, that was good.
Okay,
shit.
well, fuck. Let's just.
It
pump
was
the brakes.
there was a solid botch though where I thought everybody
Britt
died.
Baker, DMD. Tom, you got it behind you. Mine's right there. Took on Ty Conti in a match that actually had a decent little build, right?
A lot of build.
They put Ty Conti in a really good spot leading into this. And Derek, I look at you smiling over there, Derek. That's your boo. Ty Conti. That's your boo. Look at you. Look, Tom, look at his little face. Look how happy he is. Talking about Ty Conti.
Look, it's hard not to like Ty Conti. Although Britt almost killed her on the apron.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh God, that was quite a botch. Luckily nobody's hurt. Holy crap. That was like of the whole night, there was like a one botch, and that was it. And it was like, I feel like Ty Conti's like, she's like really kind of tall and lanky, and like I feel like her leg kind of hit the rope in a weird way, and like Britt's not big enough to like recompensate that. They pulled it off, and like nobody got hurt, nobody died.
Yeah,
Man,
but we're not gonna do that again.
That was scary. Who when you boys watched it, did you not go, oh God? Because that's what I did.
Yeah, it was a
little botchy.
little tough.
It was rough. I'm glad nobody's hurt. Look, I like both of these. I think they're both really good workers. I think that this is the danger in a lot of women's division matches, right? Because women's as men, we're all sort of built in a way where it's like sort of like stick. You know, you look at the you look at the bathroom symbols, and it's like we're sticks, right? We're stick mans. Whoop, everything goes this way. But with women, it's like whoop, whoop, whoop. So something got off-centered, and one of the hourglasses did not work in the correct way, and there was a little too much weight going one way, and it just like there was no like, I don't have the shoulders, and bam, oh fuck, and it was bad. I like both these women a lot. I think they're both incredible wrestlers. Incredible. Like both of like they've both been they're both very young, and they've been doing it about a similar amount of time. Britt a little more than Ty. Plus Britt's got, Adam Cole in her ear. But at the same time, I'm like, oh man, this was a rough moment for me. Otherwise, I really would have liked this match. And
are you talking about the Adam Cole that you just shit all over for the last fucking 20 minutes? That Adam Cole?
You do gotta say, she has made a huge turnaround in the last year and a half or so. Britt Baker has
so bad
come leaps and bounds.
Look,
thanks to Adam Cole in part, I'm sure.
Britt's fantastic. I'm not trying to tell you that Britt's not good. There was a big miss here, and it was almost catastrophic. But I'm glad it was not. And but yeah, this was for the night, for what was a very clean night. There was a big like, oh my God, and a big apron botch. It's like, oh God, is everybody okay? Because I like both of them, right? I like both of them as competitors, as characters in the ring. Oh God. But they're fine. So all's well.
Yeah, I'll definitely legitimately say going into this match, I was not certain who was going to win. I mean, most of the time I'm like, all right, I've seen enough of these. I know where we're kind of going with things, obviously. But yeah, I came in very open-minded to this, and we saw a hell of a match. It was awesome. Very happy with that, which is
Other than that,
normally the common
honestly,
denominator with Britt Baker matches. They're usually very good, and obviously Ty Conti
It's
is a
because
great
she's a
worker as
fucking
well.
stud. Okay,
you're right.
she's a
And-
fucking
Yeah.
stud.
Yeah.
Look, and if you edit out that like 20 seconds of like fucking botch, it's really like the rest of the match, it was fantastic. Like, thankfully nobody got hurt, but it was like, oh shit, that looked bad. But the rest of it, like 20, like that was it, right? So, good for them. I wish
Britt
that was
Baker could
cleaner.
never lose the AEW World Women's Championship, and I'd be okay
No, yeah, I'm there. I agree.
because she's a fucking stud.
She's a stud.
All right.
She could lose it by dying of old age, and I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
Mickey James is going to come take it from her. That's how it's going to happen.
Nah, Mickey James is in a fucking trash bag back here. Okay, fuck her. All right.
Mickey James is going to lose the.
I saw a meme this week
the
that
Impact,
it was like, oh, Virginia's very own, and it was a picture of Adam Hangman Page in the pinnacle of his career, right? And then it was Mickey James holding the TNA, or I'm sorry, the Impact Women Knockouts Championship that she should have never fucking won. Yeah, go fuck yourself, but yeah, I said what I said. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
not here to fight you on that.
No. Listen, I got a whole bag of Mickey James belongings over here.
Is it in a black trash bag that says Mickey and painter's tape?
Check the mail, boo.
Woo-hoo. Main event, boys.
Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, 5-star fucking classic. Derek, I'm really interested to see what you have to think about this, because I'm sure Tom's going to try to say that Kenny Omega was the worst thing to ever happen to the AEW Championship. And you know what? He might actually be right, but like, he looked like a pretty fucking solid champion in this match. And to be honest with you, up until this point, it wasn't even close for match of the night. This was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Kenny Omega showed why he was the best bout machine. And I don't give a shit what anybody else has got to say, because him and Hangman went out there and they put on a classic. And I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I'm going to watch it the day after that. I'm going to watch it the day after that. And I'm going to watch it the day after that. And I might even watch it on Friday instead of watching SmackDown, because that's how fucking good this match was.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it was pretty long.
It was pretty long.
It was very long. But Derek, man, I know that, like, Tom and I come in here an awful lot, right? And we shit on AEW storytelling, but like, this has been the one storyline that has just been just so perfectly done for the last 2 years, and just everything about it just lined up. And there was just little crumbs for us to follow, like Hansel and Gretel, that we never really picked up on until it was right in front of our face, right? And
moment when Matt Jackson came out and Nick Jackson came out, especially Matt, whenever he gave Hangman the slight nod. I mean, I get chills now just even like just going through it in my mind. Like, guys, it was so like, this is 2 years worth of storytelling that the culmination of all of this and what everybody kind of thought was going on and what's going on. I don't know, whenever they came out and I was like, oh shit, are you serious? Thinking for sure we're going to have interference. It's going to be a bullshit ending. This is paid $50. Like, this is not how I want this to end. I don't want to go on again. Like, this is supposed to be Hangman's night. And just to not see the interference and just see the acknowledgement of, yep, take him. Oh my God.
It made you feel good, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I've watched it twice since then, and definitely more will be on the way. That was,
and before I get to Tom, right? Like, earlier in the week, Bully Ray came on Busted Open, and he was like, they need to put a little more heat on this whole Hangman Omega thing before they change the title. And man, he had to retract that statement a little bit, right?
He ain't
Because
been watching if that's what he's thinking.
that's what I'm saying, man. Because like we're to the point right now where if it didn't happen tonight, man, it should have never happened. And then not tonight, but if it didn't happen on Saturday night, then it was never going to happen because the build was perfect. The story was perfect. Everything about this feud was perfect, except for the fact that it should have happened 3 months ago. But Hangman decided, hey, I'm going to put my family first. I want to be there for the birth of my first child. The hell with being the AEW World Champion, which, if we're all being honest with each other, is the absolute right decision. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
it's like the fact that TK and AEW believed in Adam Hangman Page so much that they put him in a position where he was the Joker and he was able to pull that poker chip off in the ladder match, right? And we still got that payoff that we've been after for 2 years and we didn't fucking know it. But we know it now.
I knew. I've been after it.
Are you Excalibur now there with your clairvoyance, bud?
Yes.
Hey,
AEW.
I want Tom to wear a mask next week. I think that'd be
Tom
great.
knew. Hey, listen, I wore a mask once and nobody fucking thought it was funny. Okay. I sat here uncomfortable. Yeah, you guys did, but like, I sat here uncomfortable for an hour of our fucking 2-hour show. And like nobody gave a fuck that I wore a mask. Okay. So nobody's gonna care if fucking Hangman Tom over here or Tom no new shirt, Danhausen, Tomhausen, whatever.
He'll be
fuck.
Excalibur Tom.
Excalibur Tom. Yeah.
Okay, Tom, I'll get you a mask. I got a couple behind me. I'll drop one off tomorrow.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
Okay, pal.
I can't wait to see
you. Gonna buy me some beer though? I need some El Segundo.
I don't know. I've never had that, but sure, whatever.
Yeah, you have. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Fuck, dude, it's not anywhere. Like I've tried to buy it again. Not that it was good, but I'm like, I'd buy that.
Yeah, maybe you just had, like I do that shit with whiskey all the time, but it's like sometimes you're like, oh, this is gonna be great, and it's not good, and then you go back to it, and you're like, oh, you must have been drunk, you fucking moron, because it was pretty fucking good.
But it's not in the store. I can't buy it. If I could buy it, I would try it again.
I messed up because I saw it in Kentucky when I was on a little
give it a shot
whiskey hunt, and I went and I walked down the whiskey aisle and I forgot that I had passed the Broken Skull Ranch IPA and I never circled back.
I mean, it is what it is, but
so
fuck.
Tom,
wait, do I get to talk about? I get to talk about that.
Oh, I'm really excited to hear you talk about this. That's Patrick Martin. That's hurtful.
So
okay.
Kenny,
listen, pal, it didn't take a lot of cows to make anything that I wear, okay, because I'm vegan, all right? I'm down for the fucking cause.
Okay.
Did I say it with a straight face?
Walt's a terrible liar.
You look very vegan.
Walt's a bad.
Was that a fucking fat joke, bud?
Look,
no.
I want to tell. No,
I'm just saying you're we're at a Texas Roadhouse, so
I want to tell everybody.
Are you fucking kidding me, bud?
Can you motherfuckers, both of you motherfuckers, stop arguing with each other and like just fucking have sex already?
Hey man, why don't you just put my whole fucking life story out there, like
what to have sex with each other?
Hey Tom, you keep it up, all right? I'm not gonna give you a hug the next time I see you.
Okay. Maybe give me a high five or
nope, not gonna happen.
Maybe a blowjob. Anyway,
absolutely not, sir. Not with this attitude.
Not one of them got. Okay, we're gonna stop. This has to stop. Anyway, so Hangman versus Kenny. I've been looking forward to this only really because to end the worst AEW title reign, period. Kenny's has been fucking shit, right? Like,
hey,
hi. Okay, and I don't know who's Hall of Fame, but sure.
Hey,
whatever.
Kenny Omega. He's definitely a Hall of Famer, pal.
Sure, his own Hall of Fame. Great. The Kenny Omega Hall of Fame, number 1 entrant in the Kenny Omega Hall of Fame, Kenny Omega. Anyway, so
He'd go in the Meltzer Hall of Fame.
Sure,
He's
whatever.
already in the Meltzer Hall of Fame.
Yeah, look, Dave has herpes and like can't speak. But like to move on to like legitimacy, the match itself was fine.
Hey Pat, he always has, bud.
I mean, I'd give it a B. Kenny's athletic enough. I hear he had a shoulder injury going into this. He sold very well. Well, he sold Kenny Omega wise, which was like too much. Kenny heel is like a drunk. Like he sells punches and kicks like he's drunk as a heel.
Are you drunk? Because
I mean,
did you watch the same fucking match I watched last night?
Yeah, sober. Actually, I watched it like live and sober. And Kenny takes hits like he's drunk. And which is fine. Look, that's great. Look, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I really like Borracho. He's the drunk monk. Look, no, it was fine. I thought it was good. I thought the match itself was good. I give it a B. It was a B. It was a B match. But the right outcome happened. Like, look, Hangman needed to win this, right? This was the Hangman match. Hangman looked like a star, and Kenny did a great job making Hangman.
Because Hangman is a fucking star.
He's a fucking star. God, is he over? God, his entrance is like.
What kind of stupid ass comment is that he looked like he's a fucking star?
Okay. Anyway, I just said Hangman's a star. What kind of stupid ass comment is that's a stupid? Like Hangman is a star. Hangman is a star. Hangman is the champion. Hangman is going to be Walt's leaving. Goodbye. Bye, Walt. Hangman's a better star than Kenny is, period. Hangman's run as the champion is going to be better than Kenny's was because Hangman is better than Kenny. Kenny's not very good. Kenny's run was not very good. God, it was just mirrored by like missed explosives and fucking shoddy fucking like, oh, I beat John Moxley by being a douchebag with a God, it was terrible. It was terrible. Okay, I'm very, very, very glad to see Kenny Omega's run come to an end. I'm looking forward to see Hangman Adam Page be the first homegrown AEW star because I mean he was in Ring of Honor prior, but like he's the first homegrown star to hold it, and he's the first homegrown star to fucking earn the shit out of it. And good God, did they drag his nuts through fucking broken glass to get him to this point. And now he's got it. So I want to see him beat Bryan Danielson. I want to see him beat CM Punk. I want to see him beat John Moxley. I want to see him beat Omega again. I want to see him beat both the Young Bucks in a handicap match, like Undertaker style. Like fucking, this guy needs to like just hold it for like 3 years. 3 years. Give him a whatever 500-day title reign. Hangman Adam Page, the best fucking ever. Period. Give it to him. I love this man.
Hey man, you got a napkin over there?
I got like an electric bill.
Oh, you got some shit in your beard.
Okay, I'm gonna wipe it out.
Don't forget to cup the balls.
I ate his asshole. Look, Hangman's the man. All right, that's it. That's all.
Listen, nobody's disagreeing with you, pal. All right,
I know that,
but we need to turn the page on a couple of things here moving forward. All right,
turn the page.
Yeah, like Bob
match
Seger.
of the week.
Like Bob Seger, we need to turn the page.
Okay.
I want you to tell me that Kenny Omega is the best bout machine.
No, he's not. He's an all right bout machine. He didn't even put on the match of the week. He just put on a good match to put Hangman over.
I want you to tell me that Kenny Omega had a great AEW title reign.
He didn't. He had a mediocre AEW title reign. It's the most mediocre one yet. Jericho's was great. Moxley's was pretty darn good.
No, Moxley's was fantastic
underwhelming.
because he's a top fucking guy.
Still underwhelming compared to Jericho's.
It was less than Jericho's. And Kenny's was the least. I expect Hangman's to be on the level of Moxley, maybe up to Jericho.
MJF beats Hangman for the AEW championship.
I would love that.
But Tom, I want you to tell me that the AEW World Championship match on Saturday night was the greatest match on that card. I want to hear you say it.
It wasn't.
You're a liar.
No, it wasn't.
Your
It was
opinion
good.
is false, sir.
It was a solid number 2.
You know that's going to get 6 stars in the Observer, right?
I
Yes.
do, and they're wrong, and it was a solid number 2.
I mean,
It was
number
number 1.
solid number 2 whenever we're done.
Match of the week, boys.
No, that's
What
rude. Derek
fuck
didn't
you-
get to
I'm
give
sorry.
his input
All right, well,
on
Derek
his
can give-
hero and savior Kenny
Okay,
Omega.
Derek, give your input. I have to piss.
Here, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll just throw it out there right now. This was my match of the week. So there you go. We can get to the segment.
Hey,
And I'll give you my
no,
input.
no.
Dude,
No. Tom had to go pee. Like, you can't do this.
too bad. I want to smoke a cigarette. I don't get to
listen.
just get up and leave in the middle of shit.
I mean, you totally could, but like, you would just not come back because you're a little fucking titty baby.
I'd come back. I got a dog.
I come back. I got the dog.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't even get you to show up on time half the time.
I don't think I've been off time since we went live, sir.
I got no. Oh, no.
No. Not for the ones that I've attended.
Oh, the ones I've attended, he says. Oh, you mean the one that you didn't attend whenever the second time we went live? That live? Derek, you know, I love you to death, right, bud? You know that, right?
Yeah.
But like, why are you the way you are?
I don't know, bud. I don't know. No, man, that was a great match. It was fucking awesome.
Okay, well,
And if
You know,
if you
we're-
remember correctly, I actually led that segment off. So
did you?
yeah, I did.
I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna go
Less
back.
whiskey next week.
We're gonna add Tom into the stream, and then we're gonna flippy floppy, just like the Young Bucks because they're the greatest tag team.
Walter's
Match of
here
the
to-
week.
So the match of the week is it's Miro versus Bryan Danielson, right? It doesn't get better than that, right? I mean, look, shout out to Darby Allen versus MJF because they really went for it. Those boys were like, we're gonna steal the show. I mean, they're just not as good as Bryan Danielson is, and God, Miro is a beast. It's just not great match. I mean, I can't even. There's nothing even to say about it. Good start to finish. It got enough time. It didn't get a ton of time. We got enough time, and it was clean. It was concise. Bryan Danielson won. I mean, he's going to lose against Hangman. That's good too. Face versus face doesn't make me as excited about it, but that's also going to be a really good match that I'm really going to want to see. I mean, that's it. It's the end, right? Period. Let's put a stamp on it. That's it. They did the greatest thing. They did the right thing. They didn't overtake any of the card, but they did, right? They put on the best match because they're the best wrestlers, and Daniel Bryan's better than Kenny Omega. And Miro's pretty fucking good too. So, anyway, that's it. That's my match of the week. D-Rock.
So, first off, I do agree that Bryan Danielson put on a better match than the opening match, though those fellas will eventually be greater than Bryan Danielson.
I mean, once they're
give them time.
36 or whatever, yeah,
Give them
for
time
sure.
to season
Yeah.
in the old crocky pot. So yeah, match of the week. As we've already discussed, obviously it was definitely the 6-star match in the Target Center that we got on Saturday night. I think it was the Target Center anyway. That sounds right.
I'll go with that.
But I figured I'd expand on some honorable mention. It's got to be Eddie Kingston and CM Punk, fellas. That match
the
was
ending, really
awesome. It was great. It was hard hitting. I mean, I felt like Eddie fucking hated CM Punk. I'm still not convinced he doesn't.
Might a little
Because
bit.
he definitely does.
And
But-
I'm going to be disappointed if we do not see more. That's my big thing about it. If we do not see more, I'm going to be so pissed.
That's fair.
Like, where's the storytelling on this? That's where we go. This is where money can be made. These two would be huge. But yeah, match of the week, 6-star match at the Target Center. You guys know the drill. We've already been over it. It was fantastic. I'm sorry I didn't pick something off the wall, but man, that was the best match on the card for sure. For my money, anyway.
Fair.
Well, here's the thing, guys. You're both wrong. Because the match of the week was 1,000,000% MJF versus Darby Allen.
That's fair.
The two of the 4 pillars of AEW went out and gave us an absolute classic, from mat wrestling to storytelling to high spots and to cashing in on a promise of a headlock takeover. MJF and Darby Allen by far stole the show and made everything else behind it not even matter. So my money is 1,000,000% on the opening match of Full Gear. And that, sir, is my match of the week.
Well said.
I'd say between the three of us, we definitely touched on the top 3 matches of the card. That is,
I mean, those were the best ones. Like we've glossed over. I feel like everybody else is like, oh my god, Full Gear was the greatest pay-per-view of all time. And it's like, but like there were 3 particularly really good matches and some very good honorable mentions. It's certainly one of the better ones of this year. So it's probably the best one this year. It probably tops WrestleMania. Maybe I'd have to think about it a little harder, but it was a good match. It was probably
it's tough
really
whenever
good
you gotta, go through 8 hours, 2 days worth of wrestling to think about one pay-per-view.
Yeah. I mean, there were probably more good matches, more matches of that caliber on WrestleMania, but there were probably like 3 times as many matches.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of shit to wade through to get through the good stuff.
so much.
All right. Well, I feel like we should probably get the fuck out of here, huh?
I'm sleepy. I need a shower.
Yeah. Derek,
Tom gets angry when he stinks.
Derek, are you sleepy?
Nope.
Huh?
Wide awake.
Do you need a little napski?
Maybe.
No, I need bed.
Would you like for me
anyways,
to call you tomorrow at
it's
4 a.m. and see what you're doing?
10:30. It's
I
literally
will-
10:30. Like bed.
I
It's
will
time for bed.
Probably still be drinking whiskey.
Well, I wish I was wired like that. I wish I could just go to sleep for 4 hours and be like, let's do it. I ain't got that bone in my body.
Me
Listen,
neither. I love the sleep. I love it
Gentlemen.
so much.
There's men and then there's alpha men. Some of us are bigger, better, badder, stronger.
That's fine. You
I'm
tuck me
not
in at night.
faster. I'm not faster.
You're
but
definitely not faster than me. But go ahead and tuck me in at night. I would like that. And
Well-
give me a little snuggle. Give me a little. Give me a
I'm
little.
gonna go
It's like
ahead.
One of them
I love you.
weight blankets.
I have that. It's actually.
Is that
it's
another fat joke?
No, it's a weighted. Look, you've never had a weighted blend.
This motherfucker hit me with 2 fat toes this week. But you know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give Derek a free pass, and I am gonna tuck us in for the night.
Tuck me in.
So if you're watching us on YouTube, you know that we do exist. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate the viewer interaction. Thank you so much. Man,
We really do.
made things a
Yeah,
lot of fun,
absolutely.
right? Clearly we're still growing our brand. And at the end of the day, we didn't really give a shit because we're having fun talking some wrestling. Just a couple of
Exactly.
friends. You watch, you don't. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Bingo.
Check us out on social media though at @1_Fall WC. That's ONE. And as always, to the audio folks, we appreciate you so much. Gentlemen, thank you so much for spending some time with me this night on this beautiful evening. I appreciate it.
Is it snowing in West Virginia?
Yeah, it's been snowing
Yeah.
all fucking
It was
day.
snow earlier.
It
I
sucks.
just I'm over the fucking snow already. It just
Fuck
happened.
snow.
If it's gonna
Except-
snow, then just fucking snow. Like this is some bullshit halfway stuff.
Didn't
Yeah.
even stick. It just happened.
Mhm.
Fuck.
All I know is when I went out, my truck was covered in snow, and I was not happy.
No, I had to scrape my wife's car. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Bunch of bullshit.
I hate it.
So, with all that being said, thanks for hanging out. It's all love. We'll catch you next week. One Fall WrestleCast.